So what's up? It is day 2 of this whole prepping for the car meet. The main topic of this video though is don't buy Pulstar spark plugs. Basically, more recently I found out I've had a very weird relationship with these plugs. I would find out there's something wrong, blame it on the spark plugs, fix something else, and then it would work. But this time there's no other thing that can go wrong besides the spark plugs. And I think I now have definitive proof that they're bad. So what I did is I actually bought original Toyota plugs. I did have a short video clip of the misfire that's going on, and I'm going to start it later and see if it actually happens. If I can find that clip, I'm going to put it in. I don't want to keep running the car with a misfire. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're really big. Especially when driving, it's a bit concerning when all of a sudden it just ducks down and has no power from a misfire. That's why I haven't been driving this car at all lately. So now that I'm getting the new plugs in, maybe I'll actually be able to drive it. First, I have to remove this air intake, so that means removing this hose and just unscrewing it there, unscrewing it here. Probably just pull the whole box out. Unplug this connector, which is a little complicated to do one-handed. Unplug this connector, which I already kind of unplugged. Then I have to pull off this hose to the master cylinder, I believe, or whatever that is. That's the steering column, maybe? I don't know. And then pull off this gas line, which always squirts me in the face. Then just necessary little tubing, remove the Allen keys, the 10 millimeters, all that. Get the plenum off. I'm probably going to have to pull off the strut tower bar as well, again. Which is kind of annoying not to pull it off every time, but I do, so no choice there. Then once everything's off, I can easily access all the spark plugs, pull them out. They're not complicated at all once I get them off, so I'm going to get started. Should be able to pull this all off with one hand, so pull off this piece first. Put that to the side. And I should be able to just grab this. The airbox is not mounted in my car because the mounts are broken. So I literally just push it up, if I can grab it. So there we go. Got it up. Should be able to pull that off. There we go. That's off. And I pull the hose off. I take off all this. I'm actually just going to check these 3 first, at least the first one, see how it looks. See what the plug actually is fucked up, what's messed up about it, everything like that, since these are the easiest to access. Looking at it, it seems like there's nothing wrong with this plug, but I'm just going to take it out anyway, put the original Denzos in, because it may not be the plugs. We don't really know yet, but definitely the new twin tips that are the originals that are supposed to go in there, they're pre-gapped and everything, so that should make a different result, hopefully. Again, with this one, I'm not seeing any reasons for why it failed. Usually why these fail is the capacitor inside or whatever fucking special thing they do just fails. So it would make sense why it's failing, but usually they just act like a normal plug. I don't know. So I did that one and I did this one. I didn't do the middle one yet. I'm gonna have to pull off the bar next to get to that middle one, just so it's a little easier. And then that way I can pull everything else off easy as well. So I think this is the one, the capacitor, that failed. Not all of them failed, just this little fucker. I'm gonna see if any more failed in this side, but looks like we found one of our culprits. Just want to show you guys real quick. If you can see that there's a little bit of carbon buildup coming on to these valves. So that's something to definitely watch for when redoing this. Mine might need a cleaning. I'm going to get an oil catch can and hopefully it'll eventually clean itself out. But if it doesn't, I'm probably going to need a cleaning, which is going to suck. So apparently I didn't tighten the back enough because there's oil here last time. So that's not a good sign. I have to make sure because this one was completely loose. I think I just didn't tighten this one, which is why it has an issue. So that probably has to do with my problem a bit. So I've gotten everything back together. All the plugs are out. I think the last 2 more of them were burnt on the ceramic. So that could be the issue. I'm actually going to go start the car now. Hopefully it all stops. And I made sure this bolt, which goes right in here, that one was completely loose last time. I think that's why it was leaking. So I tightened that. And also I found the bolt for back here. I don't know why it wasn't put back in. I may have forgotten. There was a bolt back here to hold it in. So I got that one in as well. All of it's closed up. All of it's tightened. Everything's good. Double checked everything. All of it's there, except for obviously this broken bolt. That's not my fault. So now it's ready to start. Let's go test it out. I'm excited. Hopefully everything is back to normal. That's a good sign. So at first it was still kind of like, it wasn't misfiring, it wasn't affecting the RPM, but it was like backfiring. Now it actually has calmed down and it's flat, which is a huge difference. I think it just needed to retune for the new plugs, because before it would just be perfect, then all of a sudden you just start getting these aggressive backfires. And as the car got warmer, it would just get more aggressive and more it ran, and it happened more often. Right now I'm gonna go test drive it, see if it continues again. If it continues, then it's obviously not the plugs. But I think I'm good right now, because it sounds normal. It's got its like little rumble while it's running. Doesn't seem to be backfiring or anything, so fingers crossed. It seems like lately I don't know when these videos are going to end, but I just wanted to leave you guys on a few notes. I ended up driving, getting something from my mom, because my mom wanted me to go shopping. And while driving it, it drives so much better. It feels powerful. It feels torquier than even with the Pulstar plugs, which is interesting. It doesn't seem more powerful. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. It might just be me in my head, but it's definitely a hell of a lot better now. It's kind of like when the Pulsar plugs were new, and it's got like that nice, fresh, new car kind of feel in the throttle. It's not laggy, because a lot of times I think when driving the car, oh, I'm getting used to it, so it's starting to feel slow. No, apparently it's those stupid Pulsar plugs that I refuse to get rid of for some reason, and I'm happy they're fucking gone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if any of you actually bought Pulsar plugs based off my original video. It's, at least I learned, and we have the lesson here. So I'm going to end up linking this video in that other video as well to warn people. But those plugs are a nightmare. And maybe they work for some cars, but they don't work for the 250, so don't put them in a 250. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, and be legendary.
Baby, please have mercy on me. Take it easy on my heart, even though you told me to hurt me. You keep tearing me apart. Would you please have mercy, mercy on my heart? Would you please have mercy, mercy? I'm strung out on drugs.